spin a game and stand on the sideline. If we're here, then we're here for a good time. Just met you and I think that's a good sign. Everybody needs somebody sometime. Everybody needs somebody sometime.
Hey there folks, how's everyone doing? So a couple weeks ago, May 20th to be exact, we got a promo for Pups Meet the Cat Pack. Up till today airing on the 28th in Canada and giving us that introductory episode that we should have had from the beginning. And finally putting down one of the biggest argumentative and confusing topics in the series. More on that another time. But that's not what we're here to discuss about. A couple of hours later, this one promo was overshadowed by a new image of Aqua Pups, which as expected took up most of the conversation, in which we got a look at the pups in the confirmed Aqua Pup attires, and introducing yet another brand new pup. And yes, I'm a little bit late to the party on this, but it's better late than never. So as per usual, I will give you a rundown of this image and some unique observations I noticed when analyzing it. But before I get into that, I want to give a quick update regarding my analytics. And as of the last month, only 18% of you who watched my videos are currently subscribed to the channel. Now if you do like the content you see on the channel, all you have to do to show me is hit the like button, and take it a step further, subscribe to the channel. And if you feel the need to go a step further, hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video drops, whether it be on Paw Patrol or whatever else I can discuss about. And plus, you'll be supporting my channel by giving me the motivation to make more videos for your entertainment. Alright, enough with the boring stuff, let's actually get into this. So the first takeaway from this image off the bat is Puplantis in the background, confirming further that the sub-series will be set in around this area. As always, it looks very nice. Which comes to my first theory in this sub-series, and that is Puplantis will be the base of operations for the pups in the sub-series. The reason I say this is because remember how in Rescue Nights, the Barking Bird Castle was essentially the base of operations for that sub-series. So I'm thinking it will play out somewhat similar to that, only in this instance being underwater of course. Now we could see the return of the Sea Patrol HQ, the Sea Patroller, and even the Sub Patroller. Please tell me I'm not the only one who remembers this vehicle. But this is a different sub-series in a way, so I'm sure the sub-series will want to distance itself from Sea Patrol, even though they're set in the same environment. Kinda leaning toward them not appearing in this sub-series, but again, we won't know until we see it ourselves. Alright, onto the actual good stuff. The new pup. And the first thing that catches my eye with this pup is her design and breed. And I said her because of the eyelashes. I don't think I need to go into too much as to what the eyelashes signify, pretty sure we all know what they mean. And I bet you're probably tired of me saying this, but I'll say it again. I'm glad they're introducing more female characters in the series, and this continues to be a step in the right direction for that category. You'll notice that this new pup is a Cockapoo and looks very similar to another character, and that of course is Skye, almost like an upgraded version of her, though they seem a little hard to tell apart from the fact that the two are very similar to one another. And there has been a theory going around about these two, and I will explain more on that later in the vid. This new pup also sporting purple eyes as well as her main color being purple. Very odd considering that the only other characters to sport purple in the series are the Humdingers, who are villains. Well, most of them to say the least. This pup also sports a seashell as her symbol / pup tag, and oddly enough, the mer pup that was revealed with the first image of Aqua Pups has seashells around his neck. Just an interesting comparison to point out. And of course, one of the most distinctive and eye-catching features of her design is her ears. This is honestly the best part of her design hands down, the starfish on her right ear and the stripes of blue as well. I really like seeing these distinctive features being put onto the pups, almost seems like this would be a design that someone would use for an OC. Now onto the fun part of this new character, and that is the name predictions. So the first one I have is the one I mentioned in my first Aqua Pups video, and this one name alone is probably the most popular option for what I've seen. That could be the name for this new pup, and that is Coral. Not surprising at all that I would go with this one, like I said, it's one that most people are going with. If this mer pup, the one that was shown off earlier in the first image, was a female instead of a male, then Coral was the name I was going to go with. My second pick is Shelly. I based this off her pup tag, which looks like a seashell, so Shelly in short for a shell. The final name prediction I have is Aqua. Now I didn't base this on the name of the sub-series, I based it on another character, and that is Aqua from Kingdom Hearts, because 1, I'm a nerd, and 2, I'm a fan of the series, so of course I had to go with that as a name prediction. Let's now move on to the attires for this sub-series. From what you can see, the pups are wearing scuba gear like they did in Sea Patrol. But as you'll notice, they aren't in the same design as Sea Patrol, again distincting the two sub-series from one another. The most noticeable differences you'll see between the two are the addition of spotlights added to the Aqua Pups headgear, probably noting that the pups will be going to the depths of the ocean or even caves, you never know. This next feature I really like, and that is the glowing pup tech symbols, and something I noticed in my observations of this image is that Chase, Marshall, and Rubble sport a green color to their symbols. But if we look over towards Skye, it looks more of a bluish, maybe greenish color. It's a little hard to tell from my perspective, but what do you guys think? And finally onto the new pup, of course, being light blue. I'm not sure if this is anything significant or just could be the lighting that's making them have different colors. One more thing about these designs I want to point out is the top of the pup's headgear. You can see this symbol. This has pretty much been on all the attires in the series, ranging from OG to the different sub-series. Even the new characters, specifically such as Rex and Wildcat, have them on their gear sets as well. Minus Tuck and Ella, because the Mighty Pup suits didn't have the symbol on them. Why do I bring this up? Well, if you look over to the new pup, there is no symbol, only this horn looking thing coming from her headgear. Like before, I'm not sure if this means anything, but again, if you have an idea as to what any of these could mean, tell me down in the comments below. I'm sure some of you have better ideas than I do. Let's now get into some Aqua Pup theories, and the first one I have is about Skye and the new pup, and you may have seen some people discuss about this, and that is, are Skye and the new pup related, being either sisters or cousins? Now, this isn't the first time we've seen people make theories on two pups being related to each other. Everest and Gasket, for example, because they're the same breed, but of course that never ended up happening with them being siblings. Now, we've had pup siblings in the series before, and of course that was Tuck and Ella, who are twins. Not like that hasn't happened before, but I do understand why people are making this assumption. Nearly the same breed is one thing, but the fact that these two characters are on the same team could be a good indication. But all we have so far to judge on this sibling theory is the breed. Not saying that I don't want it to happen, but the possibility is there. Plus, I would love to see family members on the family members from the pups if they have any, with Tuck and Ella proving that it's possible even in the pups and not just humans, which we've seen more of in the last 9 seasons. On to the next theory. Is Aqua Pups going to be the 44-minute TV special, in other words, the 2022 TV movie? And it's a good thought. However, I'm going to have to burst the bubble on that theory because 1. Nick Alive, which has been reliable in the past with news on the series, posted on the day this image was revealed, and in that post they noted that Aqua Pups was the sub-series. The other thing to note is, remember that Rocky's the next character in line to get a special, and judging from the past promotional material for these TV movies, they've all featured the main character on the film front and center. However, this image doesn't show that aspect. I really want Rocky to have the special so badly, and even Zuma for that matter if possible. And trust me, if either of them are the focus for the special this year, I will make my case known. You can bet on it. With that all said, Aqua Pups seems to have a good amount of potential, and in my opinion, it has the potential to be one of the best sub-series since Ultimate Rescue, and there is a lot it has to offer already. We're getting a new villain potentially, a Merpup, a new pup possibly related to Skye, the return of the Merpups, which I'm glad to see, and the return of more sea-based rescues being closer to the dynamic of the series, and not relying on some gimmick such as superpowers. In short, I'm looking forward to this, but going forward with future reveals and for the sub-series, I'm going to remain a bit optimistic, because I don't want to overhype myself. So tell me down in the comments below what you think of this image, the new pup, and what your theories might be on Aqua Pups. With that, I will see you all again next time.